That's a very good time to go live.
Yeah,
Hello, yes.
You are a mustache-twirling Welsh tyrant.
Damn right.
So I guess the sheep is his wife.
No.
Hey.
That sheep is
Okay,
worried
your
for
husband.
entirely different reasons.
Uh,
Anyway, let's play some Prey. And as the description states, I think Prey is okay. I don't think it's the second coming. I don't think it's a pile of shit. I think it is okay, and loading is a theme of, yeah.
On the flip side, the last game Arcane Studios made before Prey was Dishonored 2, and we can all agree that it's really fucking good, even if it's a lot of the same plot beats from the first game.
Yeah?
Now, see, like for me, like out of these games that you've been playing for the stream, I have actually played Prey, and I myself like it a whole lot. You know, not second coming of like Christ or whatever, but I'd say so far it has been one of my favorite games that I've played thus far. So I'm guessing that I'm digging it on the whole a lot more than you have been.
Yeah, I think part of it is... By the way, we're not going to be playing right from the beginning. We are going to be in media res. We are...
Yeah.
Because...
There's more than enough like footage of the opening hour.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we haven't got the psychoscope yet, and that's where I am right now. So, obviously, the review's going to take a little more time, but I'm going to be... We're going to talk the comparisons to BioShock, System Shock. Obviously, Prey is just using a similar name to the Ion... Was it Ion Storm?
No, it was Human Head.
Thank you.
It was Human Head that was
a subsidiary of Ion Storm, which created the first Prey, which is all of a Cherokee Indian getting abducted by an alien spaceship and using dangling ganglia to kill things.
Yeah.
No, it was actually it was like a... I thought it was a subsidiary of like 3D Realms. Like it was another like in development hell game that 3D Realms had besides Duke Nukem Forever.
And we all know how DNF came out.
Yeah.
Should have stayed, did not finish.
Yeah, well, at the very least, the original Prey turned out better than DNF. But I'd say that I would much rather that Arcus.
Oh, that's some buffering. Oh, that's not good.
Ish.
Well, the shotgun looks very similar to the one in System Shock 2, only pretty.
Yeah, one moment.
And not broken.
Let me do a thing which might help. Boop. Come on. Close, you bastard.
Wow.
Any second now. There we go. Okay, let's see how that's improving the streaming.
Shuttlelog. The strange Japanese predilection for turning naval vessels and vehicles into pretty ladies.
This is the thing I'm interested in. Yes.
Okay, we're still seeing some buffering, I'm afraid. I was afraid this might happen. It's not as bad, but yeah, let's take the easy path here and fire the Q-beam at that phantom. And then unlock the Q-beam.
Okay, so this is where it actually is, like, as far as being at the earliest point in the game. Because, like, in both my playthroughs, I somehow completely missed this area.
Yeah, the Q-beam, I like the design. I like the visual design in a lot of this. I like the Maker cubes. because let's
Yeah.
face it, that's what they are.
That looks really similar in some degree to the railgun in Metro 2033 in Last Light, you know?
Yeah.
It makes me think of like, as well as some of like the more kind of like experimental like laser weaponry that you got in original Half-Life, like the Gauss cannon and stuff like that.
Well,
So-
what blows up in your face is definitely the Gauss cannon.
One of
Oh,
the
yeah.
things we're going to be talking about is, of course, that one of the things it takes from System Shock is, hey, it's an evil core. Evil cores. Ha ha ha. They're a subject, aren't they?
Well, I mean, if the company wasn't evil, where would you be? Probably safely at home and not dealing with a zombie outbreak, but close enough.
So, Q-Beam, not so great. Even... I think I would upgrade the thing. Oh, hey, there's the Phantom down there. Oh, god damn it. And this is a very weird bug. For some reason, Shift is... Shift occasionally Shift tabs. I do not know why.
Yeah.
Because the game hates you.
Yeah. The game also
Well, that's an
hates me
interesting name
because...
for a shotgun.
What, the Margrave? That's actually the pre-order bonus. And...
Oh, so you're being cheesy about it then.
Oh, you know, you need everything you can get. Also, come here, you bastard.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah, as you can see, the early game is kind of hilariously lethal. I've already gone through
Yeah.
most of my med kits.
Yeah, that is very much like System Shock 2 when I first played it, because I basically got shit pushed in every left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, not so much with like the first System Shock, because most of the enemies you dealt with there were like very slow moving and only really had a melee attack. Whereas, I mean, like, the first enemies you fight here are like the mimics, which are these like little head crab looking motherfuckers that move super fast.
And
Yeah,
as you can see, Jamie is getting kind of beaten to shit because, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm alive this time. But unless I find a med kit, I am probably in trouble. Oh, that looked like a mimic. Now...
Remember when you had to fight face huggers that never managed to kill you?
Yeah.
At least you get to fight them here, like on PC with a mouse and keyboard, which I have to imagine is much better than what I had to deal with because I had to play the game on console since my PC is not up to snuff, and like controlling that game, like trying to hit those mimics is very tough when you don't really know how to best deal with them.
Anyway, it's the far future.
The far future of 2035.
Yeah.
Alternate future, rather, because Kennedy did not get assassinated.
Yeah. And shit is fuck.
Well, that's to be expected.
But shit might have gotten fuck on Earth first, is the distinct impression I'm getting. Right, we have actually been through this area. I can tell by the corpses, but somehow we're getting more junk, and I'm okay with that.
It's because you're not a very thorough searcher.
No, it might have actually been because my inventory carrying was kind of air.
The one thing that's kind of been bugging me that I've seen so far is whenever you interact with the screens, you're not pressing the button that automatically locks your view to the screen itself. That is one of like the features of this game that I actually enjoy. I wish like more games that had this sort of like, you know, like kind of minute like interaction with particular objects allows you to actually do.
Well, it's funny because, one, I hadn't actually encountered that button, so that would be a minor tutorial fail. And two, because I often like to read screens in dangerous areas. And I like being able to very suddenly move away from that screen.
Also known as the alien isolation effect.
Yes.
My more main issue, I feel, is due to the fact that because you have like different buttons on the screen that you can click, it just feels weirdly unnatural. Just to have that
for the love of red shiny apples!
Okay.
Oh, two of you!
Yes. Yeah, the etheric phantoms, they can straight up split into two.
No, these are garden variety.
Garden variety splatter at that point.
Oh. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, it's so weird watching you play this now.
But I'm just, it looks like you have a bit of passive health regeneration up to about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up to about 20. Not that it's... Right, okay. So, note to self, do not go through teleconferencing center.
or do, but just be sneaky about it.
Sneaky with a shotgun.
I mean, hey, I was able to crouch walk my way through that thing the first time.
Okay, so we do have a map, we do have a PDA, and in fact, we should be able to get to the office from here.
So what's that funky status you have?
That's suit integrity, I believe.
Oh yeah, my suit integrity
so
is low.
your shit's wrecked.
Yeah, which I should fix. Because that is basically armor that cuts down damage. Oh, and another thing I should fix is I always, in shock type games, go for hacking and repair. Always, always, always.
Same here. Except for when I did the, all alien powers run that I recently did, which I had to, obviously, to my dismay, forego all of that.
Now, here's the unfortunate thing. The hacking is not as useful as we'd think, and we do, in fact, have to go through teleconferencing.
Can you at least hack the drinks machine to get some freebies?
No. Okay.
On that,
Just crouch your way through it.
Nope.
It already noticed him. Too bad.
Well, yeah, because you were just standing up straight with his day.
There we go. You are pretty dead. Yeah, you are now dead. Good.
Yeah. Just stand in the puddle of, toxic ether.
Okay. I previously hacked this turret.
Who wants to bet it's not hacked anymore?
No,
It's probably
hacked.
broken.
Oh, what the... Fucking ether mimic.
Yeah, greater mimics are a real pain. Especially because they can actually try and, latch onto your head facehugger style. And you have to, fight it off.
Okay.
Well,
Back
could be worse.
to the... Wait for it. Looking glass interface.
You're not going to like what I have to say next. You have to destroy
Whatever,
Talos
it's still a
1.
cool effect.
The research, the Typhon, nothing can survive,
Honestly, that's a pretty decent reference.
including you.
It is.
I know how it sounds, but you've seen what those creatures can do. They're a part of you now. If even one cell gets back to Earth, we're lost. I'm sorry. I wish there was another way. January can walk you through activating the self-destruct mechanism. Alex will try to stop you. He's allergic to failure. Too proud to go back to Mom and Dad with his tail between his legs. So, it's up to you now. Good luck. Told you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like it. I am myself allergic to suicide missions.
Yeah.
You played Mass Effect 2, didn't you?
Yeah. But enough about my love life.
Hello, Morgan. I'm
Now it's time to
January
recycle
2035.
shit.
I'm an operator. There are many operators aboard
there you
Talos 1, but none of them are like me. Over here.
Yes, I know you're there, January. I made you.
I'm your plan B. My first
Even
task was to
though
free
you
you
don't
from the
remember.
simulation. Second task was to make sure you saw your video. Those are done. Interesting. New directives are now available to me. The self-destruct protocol for Talos 1 is activated by 2 arming keys. Your brother has the first. You had the second. Alex destroyed your arming key, but you hid a fabrication plan for a new one in deep storage. That's where you'll need to go
Oh,
next.
yeah.
We can worry about getting Alex's key afterwards. The
I'm
Typhon
tempted
are
to
spreading fast,
say something,
Morgan.
but
You'll be
again, I've already
racing
played
against
through the
them.
game like almost
And your brother.
twice.
This key card will grant you access to the main
And I
list
don't
and
want
all
to
the
give
labs.
anything
The main
away,
list is
yeah.
the fastest way to reach deep storage.
Right. What keycard? Oh, for fuck's sake, January. There we
Next
go.
topic.
Yeah.
You asked me to provide you with
Suppose-
more
yeah, you
neuromods,
need to do
which I've
it
done. Good luck, Morgan.
with a designated spot on the desk.
I have more autonomy than a typical operator. The contents of the video are sensitive. Only a flesh and blood person could handle the responsibility, I presume.
Very good. So, yeah. Medpacks. We need them.
Can you upgrade your shotgun to have a rocket launcher?
Hmm?
Can you upgrade your weapons to have the interesting doodly bits added to them?
Yeah. Yeah, I could indeed. Do I have any weapon upgrade kits at the moment? I've got one.
I think you do.
Yeah, which will go on the boomstick.
Yeah, it's a good one to go with.
And reload speed. Yes, reload speed.
It's one of the most important.
Indeed. In fact, let us get another weapon upgrade kit, because we certainly have the resources. Now, this is one nice thing about the game, in that things you make are based on the junk you pick up, so you are incentivized to... oh wait, this is where it breaks down, because you are incentivized to fill your inventory.
Yeah, it becomes one of those things where if you want to like maximize your use of like the recyclers and fabricators, like you kind of have to go like as soon as you can, like for the upgrades that increase your inventory space.
Yeah.
Or just like carry a shit ton of recycler grenades, throw them at the junk you want to compress down into the individual cubes, and then pick those up to save space, because like those 4 types of like material cubes will just always stack.
Yeah, so we are 1 neuromod off from suit modification. But that's okay. Let's just upgrade our reload speed as far as we humanly can at the moment. Recoil, we don't give a fuck about.
I mean, you got a goddamn mouse to aim this thing. That's way better than what I had to deal with.
We have a...
Seriously, like it's so weird because like I've been like more enthusiastic about this game than you've been thus far, and yet you're playing this on the platform that I wish I was able to actually get the most enjoyment out of.
Yeah,
Playing on PS4 or with the input lag and kind of driftiness that it has, is not the most ideal situation.
Well, that depends on what difficulty you're playing on and how often you lift weights whenever you get killed.
Well, I mean, like, I played through, like, the beginning hour demo on normal, and because of the issues, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go through this the first time on easy because I don't have time to deal with losing more health than I can afford to recover.
It's funny you mentioned the recycler grenades, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really want that schematic, because there is something even here that is kind of important. Human resources is blocked, so you either go for recycler grenades or you spend lots of skill points on leverage.
Right.
No. Nope.
Shouldn't you consider healing, seeing as how you're still at 20 health?
Yeah, I just did. And I also repaired my suit, which is not quick-slotted.
Yeah, that is just the real baffling thing.
Yeah, that is a problem, and
Like, I don't care about having a third, like, quick slot for all of your, like, junk food items. Like, if anything, I got to a point with the game where I was like, I'll just, unless I'm really desperate, I'll just, like, throw all of the random food I pick up into the recycler. Because guess what? That means more organic
Something's
materials.
wrong. I'm talking to the lift control system.
here we
The system
go.
is telling me it's fine. It's just... the diagnostic code is changing every time I make a request. And something is preventing the car from descending.
Yeah,
Stuck at the top,
it's
in the
called...
Arboretum. I'll see if I can find another way up.
Yeah, thank you, January,
Got
but...
it. There's
yeah.
a route through the psychotronics lab. Morgan, that lab is where the Typhon broke containment. Be careful.
So now you have to go up to the Arboretum and unplug the car.
This is Security
and drop it
Chief
on
Elazar.
something because,
Who the
yeah,
hell shut down the elevators?
See,
and
I did not get that
airlocks?
conversation
Answer me. My team's
because
locked down
I
tight
was, like,
here. We need
so
those
heavy on
lifts
just
working.
exploring,
Sam,
like,
it
every
can't be a
path that
power loss,
wasn't
can it?
where the
I
main
don't think so,
objective
Chief.
was,
The
that
one
I
lift and all
eventually
the airlocks
stumbled
shut
on the
down at
alternate
once.
path. And January
Had
was
to be
like,
manual.
wait, you're
Damn
going
it.
there?
First they
Oh,
give
that
us
actually
pop
works fine. I
guns,
did
put
some
us on
checking and discovered that the main
babysitting
lift is
duty, then
fucked.
open the gates of
So
hell and lock us in.
just keep
Transtar's
doing whatever you're
going to
doing,
need an
man.
army of lawyers when I get Earthside. Anyone else on the station, get to a safe area. Check your surroundings. Walls, floor, ceiling. Then seal yourself in. We're working on the problem, and we'll be there to retrieve you as soon as we can.
Arcane does a lot
Elazar
of
out.
work in making certain that multiple options are covered in the code, so it encourages the use of both exploration and following the objective without breaking the fucking game over your knee.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of the things that unfortunately we just discovered was that things are not so hot on the A, subtitling, and B, stopping sound from overlapping.
Yeah, sound mixing was kind of problematic at spots, like right out of the gate, which is unfortunate because I dig like the kind of musical cues that they did create. It's just not used optimally all the time.
Anyway, in another comparison to System Shock, hacking minigame. It's not bad.
But not amazing either.
A pipe dream.
Yeah, it's at least not that. You instead have to move a cursor while kind of having to fight the sort of currents that tries to like make you bounce off walls or hit like the electric nodes.
Basically, it's got heavy inertia, so long as you're taking it relatively slow, you're okay.
See, that was the thing for me. I did not take it slow. I
Yeah,
was
so
being too
you
reckless,
probably
and I
ended up
just-
bouncing off everything. Yeah.
Yeah, or at least in my case, I took advantage of the bouncing to kind of hit the walls at the right angle. Like, that's how I just worked around it.
Once again, Neuromods, let us finally get some better inventory space, because honestly, I'm not too hype about Repair 3. I'm definitely not hype about Leverage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, mean, there'll be a point where you'll eventually swimming in resources and neuromods that if you've gotten most of all the important things you want, you might as well invest in leverage 3 just so you can chuck a tape drive or like a hard drive tower at an enemy and just watch it nearly crush them.
Yeah.
But again, like as you alluded to, it's not something worth investing in so early on.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Each time we spoke, my code name is December. My purpose is to help you escape Talos 1. I know your memory's shot full of holes, but you left instructions at the Titan to
Honestly,
break containment. Alex has a
mechanically,
private
I'm not
escape
seeing
pod. He made a copy of his long key
issue
and hid it in the
in getting
Neuromod
it, so to
division,
speak.
along with the supply
It's
cache.
just a case
I'll transmit the
of
location to your map.
it
I'll
just needs
contact you again when you have the key.
what's the word I'm trying to look for again?
Fine tuning.
Yeah, that's it. It just needs a bit more fine tuning and such, and the patches are probably going to fix that.
Well, funnily
I mean,
enough,
it's not
this
like the
is
train
with
wreck
the
that it's a
V1.2
drama.
patch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think,
just
yeah.
saying it's not like the bucket of arse that is,
Yeah.
what I just mentioned.
Yeah. This is true. Okay.
Now, to be fair, Andromeda could be worse, but it could be a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to take a long time, if not never, to get better with the current state of that game and EA basically putting it on hiatus.
Yeah,
EA
pretty
put
much.
the franchise on hiatus, but they're keeping the support team still active on it. What they're doing is they're taking the active developers and reassigning them to different projects, so they didn't actually fire anyone, thankfully.
Alright.
I mean, EA used to be known as the evil empire, and they learned from that, so they're not totally fuckers.
Now that the lesser evil empire.
Well, between EA, Ubisoft, and Activision, I think we still want to see Activision die in a fucking fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there's a lot of shit companies out there.
Well, yeah.
Fix your games industry, Jake. Sorry, I had to
I
do
still
that.
didn't get around to doing that one.
Great.
Yeah, but it was worth it, so I'm not going to give you too much shit for it.
Anyway, Psychotronics. Right, this is, as far as I'm aware, where we get the Psychoscope. What a surprise.
That is correct. Yes. And it's also the place where you'll get a particular schematic that will potentially widely open or even break, I guess, like...
Now, is that
I
going to
don't
be
know.
recyclers or neuromods?
It's the latter.
Ah, neuromod. Yep, neuromod
Yeah,
schematic.
it's actually the thing that I think makes me ultimately appreciate this game more than System Shock 2. Just because
you could purchase, skill softs in System Shock 2.
But it felt so sparse compared to, because it was almost more like you had to actually either find them in the environment or just have them transmitted to you whenever you reach the scripted objective point.
Also, skill softs are not the upgrades in System Shock.
Psychotronics
Yeah,
is
the
the
cyber
opposite
mod.
of safe
Yeah.
organs. What are you after?
Well,
Yeah,
Someone's helping you.
I just like it more like in this case because I feel
Elizabeth.
like I'm not the big I guess like
can eavesdrop on your
resource
brother's
scarcity
messages. We're
is
in
not
agreement on
the
this
main
one.
reason
Get
why
through
I'm
this place
attracted to
fast
this
as possible.
particular style of
You're
game.
looking for a maintenance airlock
And I
to
guess just being
utility
able
tunnel
to
called
like
the Guts.
take
It'll
all
take you
the
all the way to
junk
the top
that's
of the
lying
station.
around in this game and repurpose it for my benefit speaks speaks more to me than just dealing with like the hand that fate deals you and
Yeah.
just take it as is.
now, it's funny because this leads into another aspect of this game, and that's that there is a definite bias towards people who do the optional content, the exploration, the people who take their time, is what I guess
So
I'm
basically,
trying to say.
not reviewers.
No. Many
Not
review.
mainstream reviewers.
Well, to be fair, Bethesda doesn't really help there, do they?
Yeah, not with their current like policy of no review copies.
No, well, it's not so much no review copies as it is only a... Oh dear, we're gonna screw this one up. Which causes damage. It doesn't lock you out of the thing, thankfully. But this is a pretty nasty pattern, to be honest. I do not...
And they do randomize each time you go into hacking, or not. I can't remember if it actually did.
4 points.
Oh! Okay. We can do this. Anyway, yeah, it does randomize, but you do occasionally get the same layout coming back. So... this is gonna be tight. No, it's not. I'm gonna pull out a medkit. My last medkit, in fact.
Man.
Okay.
Oh, those bounces.
Yeah, those bounces. Okay, this is... Oh, God. I was gonna say this is fine. Ah, no! The button press. The button press at the end. The button press of madness.
It randomizes.
Yeah, it's...
Which is something that I'd say made more sense if you were playing it with a controller.
It does.
Of it only being the face buttons. But here, with a keyboard...
it is Z, X, C, and V, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
it's
so
the
there's
side by side.
Yeah.
But it's still not the ideal... I mean, like, that's a row of keys that in this type of game your fingers are not naturally going to be going to often.
So, apprehending Dr. Gallegos. Door control.
Gallegos.
Gallegos, thank you for the
I
correction.
think that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have a whole bunch of like the names and audio logs in my head.
Well, in any case, we now have the... there's the other reference. There it is.
Oh, which one?
Looking Glass Station.
Yeah.
There is
Man.
a lot of...
Fuck that room.
There is a lot of lore. I don't think necessarily it's a bad thing, but again, this game, you will have a much better experience the more you explore.
It's why I liked it so much, because especially for this type of game, one that's like inspired by System Shock, like I'd say even more than what I remember from like playing 1 and 2 in recent years. Like, this just, like, as soon as you get into the lobby, it feels like it just gives you the free reign to kind of approach things and, like, go into different areas, like, with a higher degree of freedom and non-linearity than you got in those original games. And also, certainly, a lot more than you got with BioShock.
But the only way this game could get any more System Shocky is if they reprised Shodan.
Or had like an actual kind of centralized non-human villain, whereas like the only like actual antagonists you have are like the Typhon, which don't really have like a personality or like key figure associated with them. They just exist to like do gruesome shit.
To fuck your shit up.
And indeed, the main enemy here is Evil Core Hubris. Really.
Well,
Oh yeah. I mean,
that's the
yeah.
main cause of death in any game, really.
I mean, like, the TranStar core is the trioptimum of Prey. Like, that is very much it. But of course, much like in System Shock, you're not fighting against the Megacorp themselves. You're fighting against the result of their, like, of their
Fuckery.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Psychoscope
Yeah.
required beyond this point.
Come on, Jamie, you knew that was gonna happen.
What, Psycho? Oh, yeah. No, I knew that was gonna happen.
So why'd you take it? You already have a wrench.
Because I want to disassemble the wrench.
Gotta disassemble
Yeah,
everything.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You forget, this game incentivizes collecting shit.
Yeah, and like the dividends you get once you've collected enough shit and recycled and fabricated it is immense.
One might even go so far as to say that it is silly.
I
What, you mean you're
could
not
see
silly?
that. I could see that being the case, especially largely so if someone was coming at this game from the perspective of it being like a hard survival horror type thing, which like with a shock game, like I never really like saw it from that angle, more just like it was one like minor piece of the overall kind of.
Shock 1 was a bit of a weirdie, to be honest.
I mean, like, it was deliberately just trying to, like, issue any sort of hard genre classification, even for its time. Like, before even reaching this point in our history, where games are, like, there's so many games out there that just blend multiple genre elements at will.
The psychoscope was a breakthrough.
Like, Shock
Apart
1,
from
like,
neuromod,
was, like,
it's the
taking a
most
whole lot
important
of
tech on
different
Talos 1.
approaches and combining
Use
into
it to
one.
scan the Typhon
Yeah.
organisms if you want to learn what makes them tick. You invented it, by the way.
Right, okay. So, the Psychoscope. This is our research option. And thankfully, it's very simple.
There's also the clearly visible fact that you can use it while you're unloading ammo into something.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's totally usable wherever, but at the same time, I'd say it actually does a pretty good job of mitigating like majority of the problems that you get out of something like Detective Vision and Batman, because you don't have full you don't have full like view of everything around you, and the sound is actually dampened quite a bit.
I also noticed that it requires a live specimen to scan, so you just have to basically try to be sneaky to avoid getting attacked in the middle of a scan.
Yeah.
Or
pretty
just
much.
be able to dodge the shit that they throw at you.
Yeah, now, this is actually one of the features I'm perfectly willing to say is well thought out.
It is. Like, I like it as a means of essentially being able to let you eventually get some of the more interesting and kind of cooler
Psychoscope
abilities,
required
like
beyond
from
this
neuromods.
point.
Yeah. Decontamination in progress. Very good. Okay, are we done? We're done.
Yeah.
And no, this game is not like Fallout 4 with the forwarding. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not like Fallout 4 in the sense that like its environment is not needlessly big and like completely fucking broken.
It is, however, absolutely hilarious in Fallout 4 when you do something stupid like say, build a railway rifle with an extra long barrel and a spike and a saw borer.
All right, Morgan, I know I can't make you
call
stay
it the
put,
dong cannon.
but you're gonna die down there.
Yeah,
Don't
that
mess
is
it.
pretty silly.
You need to
At the same time,
calibrate
it
your
looks
sights.
suspiciously like
Try scanning the
one.
Typhon specimens around you. Once you get enough
Seriously,
scan
let me find
there,
an image
the
for
labs
you.
will
It's
open.
hilariously
More
low.
importantly,
Also, I have yet to ask anyone about this regarding like one of the main characters in this game, Alex Yu. I've like this is something that I've thought about but I've never seen anyone else mention. The voice actor for Alex Yu is, I believe, is Brandon Wong, but the way he talks makes me think it's Lance Henriksen. Am I the only one that is like heard his voice as sounding like that?
I get where you're coming from there.
Yeah, it's that same gravelly baritone voice that he's got going on, which I actually kind of like, even though he's essentially your asshole big brother.
Yeah. So...
Good. Sending you the code to his safe in Director Kalstrup's office. I'm certain he's hidden neuromods there. Use them to install one of the Typhon abilities. Do that, maybe you'll live long enough for me to see your
Anyway,
face again.
Arclight, check out the image section.
It's up to you.
All right.
Okay, there...
Yep, that's... You're totally right.
Death by choo-choo.
That's pretty good.
Well,
It actually is.
there is an asshole somewhere around here.
Hmm.
I mean, speaking honestly, I played Fallout 4 on my PS4, and I never beat it because it's just a case of so much crap to do, so tedious, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But some of the weapons are really fucking fun.
Okay. It's time for the joys of electricity and repair. Shit.
Have some scheduling shenanigans.
Okay. Okay. We are alive.
What did you do?
He glued up a broken electrical panel so he could fix it.
Yeah.
Blue cannon.
Yeah, it was
is,
more the mantra of shit that I was asking about.
Oh, that's mean. The mantra of shit is that
yeah.
the glue is temporary.
Yeah. But it's still useful for what it is. And yes, I know what you're looking at.
God damn it, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that dead kid in the vending machine? That's
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Like Arcane talked a lot about how when designing the mimics that they'll that the objects that they choose to turn into are actually randomized, but like that's not 100% right because there are moments like that where they decide, nah, actually we want them to transform into this specific object just so we can get the player
If you
real
scan
good.
enough Typhon
And,
organisms, you'll be able to install
that
neuromods
is
that are powerful.
inventive.
Yeah,
They're the
Yeah.
reason
like
we're in
I
this
mean,
mess.
Metroid Fusion
For one
did
thing,
it
the
first with
station's defensive
the
turrets will
evil missile
identify you as
pack,
an
but that's
alien
still
threat.
pretty fucking
There might be
hilarious.
worse
yeah.
consequences
Or
I can't yet see.
like the fact that it's in
I
a
don't
like
want
what
you
is
to lose
supposed to be a
yourself.
kind of safe place, it makes me think of like a less harsh version of like how like in the early Dead Space games there was I think it might have been one or two where there was like that one workbench where when you were done working at it you were immediately attacked by a necromorph, even though it had been
Oh,
established
God,
all other
that.
times that the workbenches were totally safe places.
Chapter 7, I know it quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that is a nice touch. The game does have nice touches, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know. It feels a little tedious, is what I guess I'm getting at. Actually, it feels
Like
more.
just from what you've played of like these first couple hours, not necessarily from what you've seen of anything like in the latter half of the game.
So far, yeah, but
Yeah. I don't want to promise too much and be one of those people that you talk about who always goes, but it gets better. But like, but I do think it goes without saying that like as you invest more in like the systems and stuff as the game goes along, things do open up in ways that become more fun. I mean, like certain mechanics and like the feel of certain things are always kind of going to be the same no matter what. Like the combat is no matter what is still going to be one of the weaker aspects of actually playing it.
yeah,
But
I would agree with you there.
It's just the more you actually uncover up the station and what you invest in powers wise and what you're able to like what resources you're able to reuse into creating more items that benefit your play style. Like it does have a very slow start. I agree. Like I remember having it's one of the things that made me glad I actually ended up playing the beginning hour demo when it went out on PS4 because I probably would because that let me get all of my frustration out right the gate before actually playing the full game.
Yeah. Now, one thing I am liking is, yeah, here we go, first contact with the Typhon.
Yeah,
In
like so fucking close to Earth.
Well, that guy's fucked. Okay, how about the Weaver? In 1965, huh?
Yeah, like again because Kennedy did not get shot. Like the space race, like advanced, like so much fucking farther. Yeah, I like these kind of like bits of like kind of world building
Yeah,
in addition to the research you do that like informs you of like the ecology of this weird fucking alien.
Yeah. Yeah, this is goodwill building. Oh, here we go, here we go. Our little mimic boy has grown up.
Yeah,
Aww.
by way of merciless impalement by its brethren.
Yep. So, yeah, if it is very shocky. It is extremely. And this is closer to the original System Shock, I would say. Maybe System Shock 2.
I would
System
agree
Shock
too.
2. Yeah, System Shock 2 sounds about right.
No, I was more
Feels
agreeing.
very System Shock-like.
I was more agreeing with the assessment of being like System Shock 1. Like, yeah, that's also coming from a sort of bias of mine that I actually prefer the first game over the second, even though I feel like a pretty good minority of people.
So, stupid question, I know.
Yes.
Amy, can you dump one of the trash cans into the recycling unit and get materials that way?
Unfortunately not. What you can do, and I don't have the, thing for yet, is you can, use recycling grenades to recycle everything, including furniture, in its
Yes.
radius.
And
And
even
you really want those nades, don't you?
Oh, I really, really want those nades, because it's better than, let me see here, investing 1, 5, 11 neuromods.
And yet you can make your own neuromods, therefore, with
Yes.
recycling grenades.
Unfortunately, that's then fighting with my need for, say, shotgun shells,
yeah.
of which we are fairly low.
The thing is, like, if and when you do like get more recycling grenades, like an interesting detail that allows for more efficient recycling is that if you've looted all of the out of like the organs out of a dead mimic, when you do, and you still have the husk left behind, if you feel like there's like enough like gooey bits of the Typhon left behind around, just throw a grenade on it, and it will still convert like those husks into more exotic materials. So like that's like getting even more value out of like out of the dead enemies. There's, like, which again goes back to the very cool amount of detail and thought put into parts of this game.
So, this is probably going to be a mistake.
What do you mean, probably?
They don't come out of these canisters, if you're wondering.
Oh, disappointed. But hey, here we go. We've scanned all of the Typhon stuff.
For now.
Yeah, the Phantoms, anyway. So, we get ourselves Kinetic Blast. So, Psychic powers, they are balanced out by the fact that, turrets will see you as an enemy.
Yeah, because you're shooting yourself up with alien material that you're no longer human.
So basically, you're giving yourself Typhon juice, which is already proven to be a bad thing.
Yeah, And like the amount of alien neuromods that you have to install before they actually start shooting at you is probably lower than you would actually think.
Yep.
Like I would say, after installing 3 or 4 of them, it was all it took for them to start firing on me.
Yep. However, this is itself countered by the fact that, well, hacking 3 is a thing. And once you've hacked a turret, well, they're your best buddies in the whole world, no matter what.
Yeah. Or just give them like a good solid wrench hits to like kind of like put them out of commission if you don't really care
I'm
that
still
much.
kind of amused over the fact that in Bioshock, you could basically spec yourself to be a massive wrench murderer and absolutely 1 or 2 shot just about everything with a wrench.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, this game I feel so far has after playing all the way through it, like it avoided a lot of the Bioshock problem of your starting tools and abilities are the only like good and practical ones.
yeah. Yeah, I feel that this game does do certain things at least okay. So, let's go back to the lobby. Back to the lobby.
One hopes at least that has a better story than, say, I don't know, the previous Bioshock, which had a story that made me want to punch someone in the dick repeatedly.
What, Infinite?
Yes, Infinite had a story that I wanted to make it punch itself in the dick.
Yep. Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Which is weird because that was the one thing about Infinite I found more enjoyable.
Well, I mean, the start of the story was fine. It's just when they went into quantum mechanics bullshit and predestination and all that, that's when it lost the thread.
Which is kind of a shame because I was actually kind of digging the concept of it when I first heard that was where the story was going to go, like that kind of sci-fi.
So, we are actually almost an hour in, and I'm probably going to call it pretty soon. But, yeah, it says a lot that it says a lot about how slow the game is when you think about it. That it's taken us something like an hour, only a couple of deaths, but something like an hour to get to an important part of the early game.
And I did see your save timer, so you have been going at it for 2 hours and 10 minutes before you even got to this point.
Yeah. A lot of which, to be fair, was hacking, exploring. There is a lot to do in this game, and if you are not okay with that, then you will not be okay with this game.
If you're not okay with optional content and being told to just explore wherever, Bioshock might have been the game for you all along.
Yeah,
because that's literally what it was.
The other thing...
stronger vibes towards System Shock over Bioshock in this one.
Yeah. Which is amusing where how people in like the game's thread for it on something awful where like the thread title for it was just changed to Jesus, they just made System Shock 3, even though there actually is a System Shock 3 that's currently in pre-production in addition to a System Shock 1 remake.
Yeah, it's funny you mention this, because one of the things I am definitely planning on saying in the review is, well, this is going to be a year of System Shocks.
Honestly, I am like hopeful. I am hoping that both Night Dive and Other Side are taking as close a look at the things that this game does well and making sure to incorporate / steal them. Because,
well,
goddamn.
System Shock Remastered, that's probably not going to be the case.
Well, I mean, like their official Discord, I think, actually set up a channel that was like for for feedback about Prey, like largely for the interest of like them wanting to like know what people thought of
about
Prey,
it. Yeah.
and if there's anything from that game that they might want to see in System Shock, because there's some smart modernization, like as far as like immersive sims goes, like that's happening in this game that I think would be smart to incorporate into the System Shock remake.
Here's another example, which we're probably going to end on, to be honest, because we are very almost at the hour mark.
Yeah.
This is a good example of optional content. This keycard, looking at this is a supply closet. This doesn't look like a plot important thing. So this will involve finding somebody's body. If we go to the objective marker, we have a couple of objectives, including find Josh Dalton. There are locating crew member quests, which you can get from pretty much any security terminal. There are bonuses for finding, everybody.
Yeah.
And this is purely optional content. You may notice...
Yeah, which is obviously,
Yeah. So we're unlocking our way around, and hi there, Mr. Mimic. Can we scan you? Oh, yeah, we can't scan you until you bite my face off. I forgot.
And just get good at juking and jiving.
You might want to consider healing.
No medkits.
Have you considered the option of gets good?
Arclight. Don't make me come over. Don't make me go through the internet and smack you.
Yeah, good luck.
Anyway, what actually would have worked well there would have been gluing him up, then a shotgun. Gluing him up, scanning him, then a shotgun.
Yeah, as the tutorial prompt so clearly like mentioned of deadly combos.
Yeah. So this has been Prey. This has been Jamie the D, the Mad Welshman. If you like my review stuff, my streaming stuff, so on and so forth, or my art, there are many ways to support me on the Mad Welshman's page. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and I hope everybody has a good weekend. I'd like to thank Arclight Borealis and Salty Grump.
Have fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Take care, everyone.